Yeah, I thought she was really impressive against a South Carolina team. That way about Shelby Walters just in general. I feel like the
LSU next weekend, wrapping up the regular season before the SEC tournament and the NCAA tournament.
Right there for Shelby Walters, and that's a pitch that she...
2-strike count. And a swing and a miss, strike three. Up bottom one. More pitcher for Mercer has her work cut out for her tonight.
Chambly has 6.
1-1, the bunt, a little bit too much on it to the circle.
Yeah, Goodnight catches a break right. There's a good chance that Goodnight might have been safe anyway.
Well, it gets scored as a base hit, and now she sneaks back into the second base team in 19 tries. And a 1-0 count. It's a ground ball into right center field, and just 2 batters into the game. The ball
now, because this is textbook down time because of her wheels.
Team best 44th run.
Impressive, because a lot of times
there's another base hit as Kearney slices that one through the left side.
Doesn't matter the pitcher, they are still so tight, but Tennessee getting that sweep of Florida, they've really kind of pulled away and created on the road.
Yeah,
Tennessee because of the rain out, and that could have gone in their favor or against them.
2-1 drops over Ladino's glove into left field.
Contact, and again, stay through the zone with their barrels as long.
Days ago in their series finale against Florida, that's smoked into right field. 1 hop to Wicker, and it brings
to start the game.
Collectively, just 5 points behind the Florida Gators.
The season, actually,
situations. Well, shallow left center field. Catch is made by Woods, and her throw is to start. That's the first out of the inning. But of getting hits with runners in scoring position, the pressure's not as much when you're already up 3-0 in the first, and that drops into right field.
Pauses maybe the chain of wanting.
Pitch swinging, Chambly high in the air, playable to left field. Wiggs the catch here. In South Carolina, you start to look ahead a little bit, thinking about postseason hosting, which they've put themselves in great position. Some midweek action. Amen, her son DC, now year 2. She has certainly done that as we get the second inning underway. Hard hit ball by Kylie Helm to short Armistead.
Figure out where they need to be, where they need to improve.
UNC Greensboro at the top of that conference. Swing and a miss. And after Walters ended the first with and ended up at Mercer. 0-1 is off the hands, right side. Ground by Fields at first. Just a little bit. They go to LSU to finish out the regular. We feel like we could be a national seed in the top 8.
Competition. So, you know, I think it's
toward left field, and Wiggs watches it this time of the year. It's 6-0 Georgia.
We talk about a home run cut. Sarah Mo deserves it because this thing was mashed.
It's experience.
And an off-speed pitch.
And puts that to work right away with the ground.
Ball's elevated anymore, especially in that rise ball zone. An hour.
Another one downstairs, and 2 era of launch angle. So to get
you hit the rise ball.
A 2-1, walloped out to left center field, hops off the wall.
Good as Sarah Mosley hit that rise ball. Lindy Ray Davis.
0-1 high and deep to left field. Off the light, number 10, the 41st of Georgia here in the second. 4 runs in the first. A series that has historically sponsored the sport. 3 ground ball outs in the inning, but more
is allowed for this to happen, and getting Madison Kerpix and
Lillian Wilkerson
she's
leading
always
it off
had,
here for Mercer. 2-2. Walters had a couple of strikeouts in each of the first 2 innings, and that's the first base runner of the night for Mercer as Wilkerson takes the pitch. Wiggs. And that takes a roll, and wisely Miller lets it go. And last year it was Chattanooga that won the league and got the honor of going to the is indeed the first base hit of the night for the Bears, who have runners. Well, optimal timing to have your best hitter at the plate here with 2 aboard.
54 hits. It's well above scenario on the bunt. I'm gonna move 2 runners. Man, talk about it.
In the course of her career, has put together back in game hitting streak. Underneath it, shallow left field, and there's Goodwin to make the catch. The end. Things we talked about with her earlier in the week was
amazing mentor to have when you think about.
Chambly skies it all the way to the wall, and rounded out to finish off a 4-run, 9-batter. And her leap offensively this year has been monumental as she chops that over to third, but except for Jaden Goodwin hitting above 300, and everybody
how locked in each and every single one of these players is at the thing. Georgia could really separate themselves from other teams down the stretch. What they've been able to do, and here's a
high and deep to right field. 9-0 Georgia.
Good night. Heard us talking about the fact that she was the. Yeah, you know, hitting is you're learning from your teammates constantly. You're seeing how they're approaching swings at the plate. You can't help but, you know, I could talk about this all day, but, you know.
Way out of here for Jada Kearney. The home run.
This is turning into a little bit of batting practice. Speed on your barrel path, so you talked about it. The hardest that you're going to hit the ball, understanding that that barrel plays such an important role in a lot of the hand a lot of times. Having the confidence and trust in your barrel. Look at hitters and when they try and hit an off, a philosophy that Georgia applies very often, or as much as maybe some other teams.
First at bat of the night.
Deep play, but again, you can make a late surge. Berzon and LSU Tigers are going to play Georgia. And
things to start for Walters, 1 for Kerpick.
But I think they're one of the teams that would be my favorite to go to the Women's College World Series and make a push late into that tournament.
So defense.
Yeah, this is pick up on their reads and again, just build.
On the team has a tongue-in-cheek as that gets down the line. It's a fair ball. And Mercer going to get on the board here Friday night because you've got Taylor's going to be over. Trey Young hits a shot with like 2 seconds to go. The Hawks win. Janet, she has to move her. That would be the highest percentage.
I am exactly with you because I did not know who it was either.
The highest percentage of song. So it turned out to be a pretty notable country singer. But I had never heard of him. I probably
don't know country singers. I apologize.
So his backstory is cool, though. There is Macy gets anytime soon.
No.
Start to roll around. That will take them all the way into day 2 of the SEC tournament. Back to the circle and quickly on to offense. Back to it against the new pitcher, Maddie Wicker, taking over. Hard grounder, and that's past Barton. Into right center field, the lead
against Maddie Wicker because she's going to throw so many.
Final from Tallahassee, 5-3. Florida State defeats Florida in that midweek match. Elizabeth Hightower, 3 innings, 5 hits, 5.
They did that last year. And they can do it again this year. I mean, it's a Tim Walton coach team. Is letting that ball.
Another one out to left. That's been a popular of the year as her first hit of the game.
Yeah, she's really patient. She lets the ball travel and then is able to
right to short into the glove of Ladino, who makes the play.
To try and really, really, really crush the softball.
Impressive academic resume as well. She's scoring position, probably the biggest area of improvement according to Tony Baldwin, and a great plate appearance.
Teams with less extra base hits, so finding a way.
Behavior that we want to see. If we lose those games at the beginning of the season, it's not the end of the world to us.
And if he shows confidence in them,
Yeah, and that's been reflected in the outcome, especially the last 2 weeks, granted against two of the better teams in the league where they've been swept by Tennessee. And
works in the upper 60s, 70s.
Available because you just never know how things are going to turn out. That takes a big hop over at first and into the grass in right. It's a run on 3 hits for. So the off weekend, you've got
an opportunity to clinch a championship, and that's what is on the line for Tennessee. So, yeah, without a doubt, you can look at but they should be a top 8 seed.
There's interference there.